Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to talk about Barbie perfumes. The Barbie movie is coming out this month, so what a better time to film this. Also, I wanted to give credit to Mila LeBlanc. I saw her film this video first and I was inspired through her and the movie coming out to present this to you. So we're gonna be talking about girly, fun, sweet, pink smelling fragrances. The first one I want to feature, I feel like, is the OG Barbie fragrance, and that is Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb. I am, for the most part, a niche fragrance kind of girl. You know, I love and appreciate my unique scents, but I do have a couple classics in my fragrance collection, and I just adore Flower Bomb for my ultra girly days. This is one of the best designer perfumes in my opinion, and I think the DNA itself is quite unique. Like when this launched, like this was the thing. Now you might smell it everywhere because it is a popular fragrance, but I'm telling you, it does the job every time for me. Huge compliment getter. Like, of course, naturally. It's iconic at this point. It's so flirty, sweet, but it's not just that to me. It isn't just like an overload of sweetness, even though that's primarily what I get. We have a bunch of floral notes listed. This does not smell overly floral to my nose. If you've never smelled this before, in the way you might interpret from the name Flower Bomb, this is more of a sugar bomb, sweet bomb to me. It has very much so a young, flirty, sexy character to it. The blend of florals is gorgeous in here. Nothing really primarily sticks out to me except for the orchid note. You get a lot of vanilla, you have patchouli in the base, really making this last, giving it a little bit of an edge and a tea note to cut through these sweet notes, add that touch of a unique factor, and then a bergamot bringing in a little bit of a freshness. This has great performance. It lasts all day for me, and for the first couple of hours, this projects like crazy. Like everyone will smell you, like only a couple sprays. And then after the first several hours, it does tone down and then have moderate sillage. So if you like really wanted to show out, you could top up. This next fragrance, although I adore it, I try not to talk about it too often just because of its popularity, but it so fits the vibe of Barbie, and that is MFK Baccarat Rouge 540. Such a spectacular, masterful fragrance. I just adore the uplifting sponge sugar. It's like a toasted raw sugar cotton candy, airy quality. That saffron is glorious in here. This has such a magical, transparent, airy quality to this scent. This never feels heavy, but the performance is intense. You only need a couple sprays. Don't be like choking people out. Couple sprays will do the job and you will get compliments like no other. Not only is this spectacular on its own, but it is like an essential when it comes to layering. I feel like this profile goes with so much. You want to sweeten anything up, add it to a woody scent, a musky scent, a fruity scent. Like the list truly goes on and on. I experience a bit of a musky quality from the ambergris. There's an amberwood note to ground it, bring in this warm, alluring, woody vibe, but primarily I do get saffron the most. If this is out of your price range, a fantastic dupe is Orientica Amber Rouge. I've mentioned this multiple times, and this is by far the best dupe that I've ever experienced of Baccarat Rouge 540. Like everything else is like too sweet or like too woody, too latex quality. Just like nothing has like hit it quite right. Spot on. And it has excellent performance. Again, lasts all day, projects. And the nice thing about this one is that I can smell it all day. Sometimes this will play a little disappearing act. with me, which is very frustrating, even though I love it. I can at times go anosmic to this one, so then this is a great alternative. It's so addictive, alluring, enchanting. It doesn't matter to me how popular the Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA gets. I'm just head over heels for that profile. So it's a keeper, and it's very sexy, which Barbie, of course, is. Next up, I've had this for a while and I've been so excited to talk about it, but I feel like everyone's been talking about it. And that is Giardini di Toscana Bianco Latte. This is it for me. Okay, you know how I've mentioned several times that pretty much all of the simplistic, musky, sweet vanillas that have been hyped up lately just haven't quite made the cut for me. Like, I really like them. They smell very good, of course, but they haven't completely wowed me to where I felt like I needed a bottle. All of those fragrances that fall underneath the umbrella of Escapade Gourmand, Vanille Charnel, Indulti Hota, Fire at Will, all of those fragrances. It's the same concept with this one, but this was love at first sniff for me. Something about this one just took it there for me. I was like, finally, this is what I was looking for. This just has that absolutely undeniable, addictive, mouth-watering quality. This is the type of more simplistic vanilla, caramel, musky fragrance that I was looking for. This is a dream to wear on its own. Like, my mouth is like salivating just thinking about it, but this is beautiful for layering as well because this is not a complex fragrance. This is like your sweetened, smooth, like ooey gooey caramel vanilla blend. It's warm, it's comforting. This is a gourmand that you can wear still in the warmer months, I think, as long as you don't go overboard with it. But the way that this heats up on your skin, it is so silky smooth and luxurious. Like, this is a rich, decadent gourmand. And I think that if you maybe hadn't found your perfect vanilla within, you know, like some of those fragrances that I had mentioned earlier, I would still give this one a try. I would sample it. If you're someone who's looking for a very complex vanilla, it's very dynamic, then it's probably not going to be for you. But for those of you who are vanilla caramel fans who just purely want to smell drool worthy, this it'll do the job. And this has excellent performance. It's gonna last all day. It projects. Everyone's gonna smell you, but it isn't overbearing. How it translates in the air is just stunning. I feel like Barbie is all things sugary, sweet, playful. And although I get this sweetened, addictive, condensed milk vibe from it, I don't interpret this as milky or lactonic in the usual way that I pick it up in fragrances. That accord will usually really bother me. It doesn't pull like that for me. It's more so just very dessert-like and creamy, if that makes sense. If you haven't tried it already, get your hands on a sample. I feel like everyone online is like buzzing about this fragrance for good reason. Another musky vanilla is Eau d'Italie Morn to Dusk, but this is very different to how Bianco Latte is done. This is, of course, missing that caramel note, and this is much fresher, much lighter, way more powdery. It still has a creamy quality, but it's gonna come across more dainty, powdery, airy in comparison to the smooth, indulgent Bianco Latte. I feel like this perfume would be the fairy version of Barbie. This is giving you that light, cloud-like, fresh, comforting, very pretty girl scent. This is an incredibly safe fragrance, so easy to like. This would be gorgeous for spring, fall. It could be a work fragrance if you want something that's not going to offend anyone, that's going to be more intimate. The performance with this one, it does have an intimate sillage. It's going to sit very close to the skin, and I get about 4 hours out of this one. It's definitely one that I overspray, but it's so worth it to me. This would be a great option for cuddling, Netflix and chill, a bedtime scent if you're into that kind of thing. Anything cozy, relaxing, comforting. This is it. And because this is a more simplistic vanilla, this makes a beautiful layering option as well. The next fragrance is Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. And I previously reviewed this fragrance. I really liked the scent, but I said I felt that it was too young, too sweet for what I personally like to go for my fragrances. So I put this fragrance in a bin to give to one of my sisters. Several weeks ago, I started thinking about this fragrance and craving it. So I pulled it out, and I don't know, I've just been craving it when I've been wanting something sweet, cozy at home. I've been using it when I get out of the shower in the evening. I just want something cozy, yummy, comforting as I wind down. That's the kind of vibe that this gives me. So for that purpose, it's been lovely. But if I were to wear this out, I would want to layer this. Just something to make it a little bit more robust, you know, if you will. Like add a little something in there to make it feel a little bit more grown for me, for my personal taste. But the scent itself is very Barbie. This is, like I said, a unique gourmand scent. This is very airy and light. There's a lot of gourmand notes listed. You see ice cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, whipped cream, I think something like Turkish Delight. But regardless of that, this never feels overwhelming in terms of weight from the gourmand notes. It could definitely be too sweet for some. I can definitely see that. So I would sample this first, also because some people get different experiences out of this scent. They will pull out different aspects of the fragrance, but I always recommend sampling first regardless, okay? We're preaching responsibility here. I don't really get a gelato or ice cream experience from the fragrance, although it does have a creamy quality. I more so get like a slightly pistachio, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy fragrance. Those are the three main players for me: cotton candy, whipped cream, marshmallow. So thinking of the nature of cotton candy, marshmallow, they're very airy, very sweet. There's like a pillowy texture. Of course, to marshmallow, I'm getting that like outside powdery coating, and then that very light, creamy, sweet factor coming from whipped cream rather than like a more dense ice cream or gelato. You are going to experience a fresh quality in the opening of this fragrance. There's a bergamot note, and it's in the opening also that I get that bit of a nutty quality the most. And although nutty fragrances are not for me, this one isn't too heavy in that department for me. It feels more like light, nutty shavings of hazelnut and pistachio. And then there's a soft blend of florals in the background. A lot going on in here, so make sure you sample it first. And I would recommend giving it a full wear test. Also, I see other people online changing their minds about this one. It's like gradually growing on people. I also think it's just continuing to get better the longer it sits. So it's been growing on me, and it's just been a fun option for when I want a cloud of sweetness winding down. And I get about 4 hours out of this one with an intimate sillage. Next is Jessica Simpson Fancy, and I think this is seriously one of the best celebrity perfumes on the market. This goes for like around $25. I love the scent, and the performance is really good. It lasts all day with a moderate sillage. It's a huge compliment getter for me. Like, people are very attracted to this scent, very crowd pleasing. It's just yummy. The overall character to this scent is very sweet, girly fun, although it is grounded by a really nice sandalwood and amber. And I feel like I detect a little bit of a smooth, boozy quality to the scent as well. Like, the vanilla is a bit aged in these wooden barrels. There's also a prominent caramel note, and the fruity notes. They're tart, they're bright, they lift up this scent. Out of the fruity notes, I detect the red berries the most prominently, but we also have pear and apricot, and I feel like you can't beat this price. Although this is crowd-pleasing, fun, sweet, all those things, it doesn't smell like your basic celebrity perfume in the sense where it's just sweet. And that's what you're getting. And there really isn't much character at all to it. This is very well done, in my opinion. And to me, smells much more expensive than like $25. Whether you're on a budget or not, it's a good one. For specifically Beach Barbie, it's gotta be Lancome Idole Aura. This is a beautiful, uplifting, summery, salty vanilla floral fragrance. The salt note isn't piercing or too loud to me, but brings in definitely that beachy quality to the scent. The vanilla isn't too sweet or dense. It's more light and breezy, if you will. And the florals are gorgeous and very well blended in here. This suits a huge age range. We have rose and jasmine. They feel very fresh. Although I can detect their presence, it doesn't scream rose or floral to me personally, but there is absolutely like a floral overall quality to this scent. The way this warms up on your skin, it just blossoms. And that cocooning, cozy, solar vanilla is very mood uplifting. This is great for the beach. You're wearing like a casual everyday outfit, a sundress, shorts and a t-shirt, throw on some sandals. When it comes to your spray routine, I'm pretty much always recommending that you spray your clothes as well. However, this is one of those fragrances that does smell a bit different on your skin versus clothes. I much prefer how this smells on my skin, the way it warms up. Like I said, it's gorgeous. On my clothes, I pick up on a bit of a dusty quality, just to be aware of that. So I do avoid spraying this on my clothes and just spray my skin everywhere. This has really good performance on me. I get all day wear with moderate projection, but if you're someone who enjoys your skin but better type of scents, I would recommend checking this out because the profile itself fits really beautifully into that category. Your skin but better, but with a beachy, salty vanilla vibe. Parfum de Marly Delina has got to be the most sophisticated yet sensual Barbie fragrance. This is more so Barbie elevated, but still with a playful and sweet tone in there. This has the most stunning pink, fresh rose and peony as stars of the show, but then that juicy fun factor is brought in by the lychee. It is so juicy. There's a tang and tartness not only from that fruit, but there's also the addition of a citrus tone from the bergamot, a tart quality from the rhubarb. As this dries down, those top notes simmer down and it becomes more sensual, more musky, more creamy vanilla, bringing in more sweetness. But this is never too sweet because those florals absolutely ground it and keep that sophistication. There's a touch of an exotic incense and light woody notes in the base. I think the fragrance Delina is the epitome of femininity for so many people, and so is Barbie in many ways. And the bottle is pink. It just goes hand in hand. And this has incredible performance, will last all day. It will project, it garners compliments, a 10 out of 10 for me. And the last fragrance in my collection that undoubtedly screams Barbie. Like, in my opinion, this is the most Barbie of them all. I would say Flower Bomb being second place is Bond No. 9 Greenwich Village. I've been referring to this as the Barbie perfume for quite some time now. This one gives it to me the most. One, you are getting that airy, sweet, super girly, fun quality to this scent. I smell this and I smell the color pink. And it's lifted up by this bright, exotic, juicy, lychee note, which is one of my favorite fruity notes in fragrances. It's a unique note, but so yummy and pleasing to smell. And although there is a bright, sweet fruitiness to the scent, we also, by the way, have praline and vanilla. There is a fresh quality to the scent, like a slight cooling freshness from water lily, dew-covered pink peony petals. It's clean, musky. This is the epitome of a pretty girl scent. It smells like a shopping day. If you love Baccarat Rouge 540, but you want a different spin on the DNA, like a different, take that, but a different profile, check this out. They are not dupes whatsoever, but I do think that this will remind you of it a bit. Definitely more of a spring, summer, fruity, fresh version of that DNA. And I'll get about 6-7 hours out of this one with moderate projection. So that wraps up the fragrances that scream Barbie the most in my perfume collection. I would love to know, out of your collection, which fragrances make you feel like Barbie. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so much. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!